I know, you are stuck. You truly want financial freedom, and you're willing to do everything that needs to be done just to experience that first sign of success, but nothing is happening in your life yet. Usually, it feels like you've been running in a circle because you're constantly seeing and experiencing the same things every single day. You've been waiting for the breakthrough idea for a few months or even years now, but there's still no such idea that may change your life, even though you've watched all the YouTube videos about the best side hustle business ideas, and you even purchased a few courses in hope that you'll get pulled out of the circle that you've been running in. Well, let me tell you that you've been focusing on the wrong thing for the whole time, and there's a future you in the universe that's living your dream life right now, and that's begging you to do this simple thing that I'm about to share with you, because the sooner you understand how important this is, the sooner you'll be able to connect with the future version of yourself that's already successful. Now, before I tell you what's that one thing, I would like to share with you a simple metaphor. Imagine having a piece of land that you want to plant beautiful flowers on. Unfortunately, you don't know much about the garden's location. You're uncertain about how much rain or sunlight it gets, if it's windy, humid, or dry, and you don't even know the soil's qualities. So you try planting different flowers, hoping they'll grow, but unfortunately they don't. If you keep trying, you'll come closer to finding the perfect flower for your soil. However, it will require a lot of time, patience, and determination. Now imagine that you know all the details about your garden. With this knowledge, among thousands of different flower seeds, you'll immediately know which ones are most suitable for you. You'll turn your garden into an impressive garden full of flowers, admired even by expert gardeners. Now, the reason I'm sharing this story with you is because life and business work exactly the same way. Let me explain that to you, but first, I want to make sure that you understand the point of the story. The soil's characteristics and the garden's location represent your skills, while the various seeds symbolize the countless opportunities available to you. Now, if you want, you can go back and re-watch the story so you'll understand it better. But if you are ready to move on and to hear a real-life explanation, then let's do so. When most people think of a business or about starting one, they start thinking about the product and the final result. But life and business don't work that way. For example, you may have a great business idea which was in the story represented as a seed. But if you don't have the knowledge and skills on how to plant that seed and how to implement that million-dollar idea into real life, that idea will remain just an idea forever, which means the seed won't be able to grow into a product. But if you start exploring and learning about the garden and its soil characteristics, you'll notice that you will start recognizing which seed fits more to your garden, and consequently, you'll start seeing huge success. The key message of this story and the video in general is that if you want to succeed in life, you have to start learning about yourself. Because once you understand who you are, what you are good at, and what skills you've been born with, you'll discover the superpowers that you have. For example, some people are born sellers, and they have great communication skills, which means the best business that suits them is something that's about sales and communicating with people. They just wouldn't fit in a business where great organizational skills are required. And that's the reason why the majority of people fail in business. They start with a business that's completely the opposite of what they are good at. Why would you choose to waste your precious time on learning new skills if you could just use yours and speed up the progress? And don't worry, the list goes on. Some people are born manipulators, and they can get anything they want. Some people are born with great stress resistance, and others with great organization skills. There are millions of other examples and superpowers that you can be born with, and if you understand what your superpowers are, it will become much more easier for you to recognize which business you should start with and benefit the most out of it. You cannot become the person that you wish yourself to be without knowing and understanding who you are right now. And I know it can be challenging to analyze yourself and to learn more about yourself without any help. So I decided to share with you the 2 best ways on how to discover those superpowers in the most fastest and easiest way. The first one is to visit this page right here where you'll have to put in your name, date of birth, and time of birth. Once your report is generated, go slowly through it. It doesn't matter if you believe in astrology or not. What matters is what's written inside. The second option is to sit down with the person who knows you better than anyone else does. Then go through the report with that person and let them comment on whether what you are reading is related to you or not. You'll be surprised by how many things they've guessed. Now, once you understand who you are and what your superpowers are, it's time to go a step forward and change one thing that's keeping you in the circle. and we'll talk about that in the next video.